Welcome to the latest episode of the Wichita Dinner Table. I don't think I've ever introduced myself. I am your dinner host, Eddie, aka Wichita by EB. It took us about 25 episodes to get that out of the way.
Yeah.
I'd like to welcome
to
our
the show,
co-host. Yeah, thank you. I'd like to welcome our co-host for today. We have the Kansas Gastronomist.
Hey, Eddie.
What's going on? We have DJ Carbon.
Yes, Troy's back. I got my horn. Yes, all right.
Back after a round of illness, we got Annette Lawless.
Hi, how are we doing?
And we have local TV star who appeared on the news recently. We have Troy Russell with Food Local.
Yes. Troy Russell here with Food Local. Was on KSN the other day. Look out.
Yeah, for those that don't get the joke, Troy appeared on KSN News over the weekend, discussing the whole, TikTok getting banned and whatnot. And they introduced him as Troy Russell with Food Local instead of Live Local.
That's right. Hilarious.
Who says traditional news outlets
Poor
are
Troy.
dying?
Welcome, Troy Russell.
I thought it was
All right. This week's weekly swag, we have Limestone Beer Company. Gosh, I've had this hat for maybe 5-6 years or so. They are located inside Sweet Alley Bees at 707 North Waco Avenue. It's a cozy brew pub dispensing American fare right outside of downtown Wichita.
I have not been there in forever.
I have not either.
It's been
Maybe
a while.
we should grab a lunch there sometime.
I'm in.
You should.
Have some lunch, grab a beer. It might be a magical. Did the doorbell just go off? Oh. We want to welcome our next guest. He is a magician and comedian based in Wichita, Kansas. Everybody, please welcome Christian Manaw.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Welcome.
Hi.
So, Christian,
Happy
you
to
are
see
a
you guys.
native of Iowa.
Yes,
Launched
I'm from
your
Iowa.
Magic career while attending college.
No, I'm no longer attending college. I am 28. I am a full-time magician now. This is my full-time job as of a year ago.
No, I meant like you launched your career while attending
Yes.
college back at Iowa
I
State
attended
back in the
college
day.
at Iowa
Yeah.
State.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you moved here in what year?
Cyclones.
I moved here 4 years ago now, so 2021.
So what
Nice.
brought you to
I got a
Wichita?
job out of college. I got a job out of college at Spirit, and it was lucky because I had stuff lined up, but I graduated at the height of 2020, which, it may surprise you to learn, was not a good time to graduate college.
Yeah.
So I had something lined up. I ended up living in Des Moines for a while, and then finally I found a job down here in Wichita. That's what brought me here. And then even after I left my day job, I'm like, dang, I want to stick around.
Oh, we're so lucky. That's awesome.
I know, right?
So
Yeah.
what got you into the world of magic?
I saw a David Blaine special when I was a kid, and I reverse engineered one of his tricks. One card trick. I figured out how he did it, and I just did that same card trick over and over and over and over and over again, like between the ages of 7 and 16. So I was really good at this one trick. And I picked up acting. I was in the college improv troupe. I did a lot of community theater. I did some acting classes in college. And while I was in college, I met another magician. Her name was Michaela Oz. She was getting her degree in marketing just to be a magician. She was like, I'll get my degree in marketing, use it to be a magician. She was like, you're really good at this. You should take it seriously. She let me follow her around, be her roadie. I set up her tech stuff on the road, and she showed me the ropes. And that was the moment I realized, dang, I really want to do this.
So then when you moved to Wichita, you got a residency over at the Looney Bin?
Yes, I did my show every month at the Looney Bin for a while. And my next public show is going to be in the middle of March. I'll be doing Barleycorns with Hey Buddy Comedy. I'll be headlining there with two of my local magician friends, Bryce Oxley and Heather J.
Has anybody ever seen Christian at an event or anything?
I have not.
Yeah, I ran into Christian. I think I first met you over at Margaritas and Mojitos. This was back
Yes.
in OJ Watson Park, and I saw you
Yeah.
walk around doing magic, and I just love magic. I wanted to be a magician also, but I don't have that sleight of hand. I have no skills. I'm not good at anything in life. So I was like,
You'd be a
I'm
horrible magician, Eddie. Oh, you'd be a horrible magician.
Thanks, TKG.
The fastest way to stop sucking at something is to give up. So
That's exactly what I've told TKG. He's like, dude, you need to stop vlogging. You gotta stop the vlogging. It's so bad. So
such an
Christian said he has a couple tricks lined up for us to see if we
Yeah,
can
do you guys
wow
like
and
card
amaze
tricks?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Because what is a magician who doesn't do card tricks, you know? The answer is a better magician. No, I pulled out some cards. I don't want to use the whole deck because I'm just warming up for you guys, okay? Do you mind?
Okay.
All right.
That
Yeah.
sounds good.
Can you see all the cards on this?
I'm all locked in.
Yeah.
Dialed.
I'm
Awesome.
clicking to make sure. Yeah.
Well, Annette, do you like black cards?
Sure.
Okay, you know what? Right answer. If you like black cards, you're going to love these. This is 4 of them, okay? So there's...
Okay.
I have 1 right there. I'm going to set them out in a row. It's just black spot cards. You don't got to memorize them. There's another... Last one, okay? But I also, over here, Carvin, do you like red cards?
I love a red card.
Who doesn't? So, in addition, I have these 2, 3, 4 red cards, okay? I'll show you something with the black cards I've laid out with the red cards in my hand. It's just a little warm-up. Here's what it looks like. I'll take one of those black cards. Watch this. I make them switch places. Use this card like a magic wand to tap, tap, and just like that, the red cards are still all together. Nothing switched places. I'll do it again, slower. Watch careful. Black card, switch it with a red card. Use this one like a magic wand. Tap, tap. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do it till Troy likes it.
Just
Oh boy, we might be here all day.
This is the TKG. He's the Grinch, so Troy might like it.
I'll push these 2 out. Watch careful. I'll do the last 2 at the same time. Just like before, magic wand, tap. And instead of any black cards in there, there's just 1, 2, 3, 4 red cards. But, and this is important for the grand finale, I would say, if I wave over all these cards, I don't think you saw me hiding any of the 4 aces in all these cards, but
Oh
if you
my
did, that would have been
gosh.
pretty nice.
What?
some black
What in
magic.
the world?
Oh,
Oh, heck yeah. Thank you.
That was awesome.
Christian, I've never heard of a comedy magician. Is that actually a thing?
It is. It's actually pretty common.
That's awesome.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
So I am more comedy than magician than most magicians are. So yeah, during my show, it's like I am taking turns. Sometimes I'm just being a stand-up comedian and telling jokes, and sometimes I'm doing magic tricks. And sometimes I'm doing both at the same time. And I like to script my magic tricks so that funny and unexpected situations happen.
do you ever play poker with your buddies?
No, they don't let me. Which is funny because the kind of sleight of hand required to cheat at cards is totally different than the type of sleight of hand required to perform.
Really?
Yes, very different sleight of hand.
So, well, I got a quick question. So, you do stand-up comedy, and
Yes.
you're a magician. So, who are some of your favorite stand-up comedians, and who are some of your favorite magicians?
Yeah, okay, so a lot of my favorite magicians, we got Harry Anderson, we got Paul Gertner, we got Zabrecki. Oh my god, Zabrecki is fantastic. Zabrecki is who I would be if I had balls. And my favorite comedians, I'm going to list people that are not like your common comedians because I'm really inspired by old stuff. So I love Laurel and Hardy and Buster Keaton. I love Rowan Atkinson, especially in Blackadder. Those are some of my favorite comedians.
Nice. Very cool.
Mr. Bean. Yep.
So, going back to the whole magic stuff, like,
Yeah.
what kind of, I guess, magic do you say you do? Is there like styles and genres of magic? Are there like
There are styles of genres in magic. So the biggest style and genre thing you have is that you divide magic by how big the audience is. So close-up magic is what I'm doing right now. You can do it for 6 people up close, usually using card tricks, and it's down here and everyone can see. But when you get to bigger crowds, you get what's called platform magic or parlor magic, so named because magicians would literally just do it in the corner of someone's parlor in Victorian times. That's what I really like. It's magic that works for a crowd of like 50 to 100 is pushing it. That's like, it's not big stage illusions with sawing ladies in half, but it's big things, but they still fit in your hands and it can still be wielded nicely by one person. That's my forte. And at the high end, you have stage magic, making motorcycles appear, sawing ladies in half, making people disappear and change places on stage, that kind of stuff. I focus on the close-up and the parlor, lots of cards, lots of coins, not much mind reading. I'm not a fan of mind reading.
Well, and in addition to the magic shows, you also do a lot of. That's where I ran into you. Is you know, for some corporate events and various things like that. Like you do crowd work and engage with the crowd. And I mean, it's as someone that works events constantly, it's so refreshing to see something different. And I always see people just smiling and just amazed. Firstly, amazed by the skill set, but also it's just something refreshing that you don't get to see every day. And I mean, I wonder if you could talk a little bit about what that looks like when you do get booked for a private event or a corporate thing that you are doing like some crowd work and interacting with the crowd at.
100%, because that is like my favorite part of the job when I'm at a gig and I'm doing a show is super fun, but even more fun is when I am doing close-up magic. And what that looks like is I am wandering around the crowd of people, approaching small groups of people doing card tricks like you saw. And what's fun about it is that it is way more interactive and intimate than the stage show. That people are feeling really connected with me, but also I'm helping them feel connected with each other. Like, I love doing it as an icebreaker at corporate events where, like, you know, maybe there are two divisions of the company getting together that don't normally socialize with each other, so they don't know each other, they're not comfortable. And I grab 2 or 3 people who don't know each other, I do a magic trick for them. And just being around strangers, but having that comfortable, excited feeling really gets the ball rolling. And when I walk around, they're all talking to each other about the trick. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. No, I've seen you pull 2 people together, and before you're all said and done, there's like 12 hovering. Like then they start following you around. Like, all right, we got to stick around. Where's he going to next?
Nice. It's very
That's really
nice.
special. I love that. And I hope that there's some kid out there just like you when you saw magic and got inspired for the, you know, it's just like, I hope that somewhere some kid along the way has also seen your work and been like, I want to figure that out. And then,
That's 100%
continue that
my dream.
on.
I want to inspire someone else.
I bet you're doing it. I bet you. Yeah, really.
Thank you,
Christian,
Annette.
so how
You're
can
welcome.
people find you online? How can they book you? How can they get you on the calendar?
Yeah, so my Instagram is Discord Illusions, DISCORD Illusions. I encourage you to follow me there. That's also my website, discordillusions.com. And if you want to book me, you can just reach out there or at discordillusions@gmail.com. And I encourage you, it's not for a while, but I have a show in mid-March with Hey Buddy Comedy. You can also look up Hey Buddy Comedy.
That's
That's
over at
awesome.
Broadhorns.
I'm going to try to make it.
That'd be awesome. It's going to be a great show.
Well, Christian, we appreciate you coming on the dinner table. And I think
Thank you
your
so much.
vanishing act is getting ready to come up.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thank you so
Christian.
much.
Thank you.
Have a great night,
Appreciate it.
guys.
See ya.
Take
Yeah.
care.
We're back. What did everyone do this past week? I'll start real quick. I attended a launch party at Exploration Place. I think everybody saw this in the news. So Hasbro has arrived in Wichita, and they are creating a Wichita edition Monopoly. So it's the official licensed version of Monopoly for Wichita. We've seen, like, you know, the Wichitopoly or whatnot, all the knockoffs, but this is going to be the official one. And what Hasbro is asking for is feedback on what landmarks, places should be, you know, on the board. So that created a whole, you know, firestorm on social media of, you know, what landmarks should hit, what restaurants, what businesses. I don't know if you guys have any ones you'd like to see. I mean, I think for me personally, seriously speaking, because I made a lot of jokes about it over the weekend, I like to see places like, you know, Central County Zoo, I think the Keeper, Wichita State, Exploration Place. Someone made a comment that instead of the 4 railroads, it should be like 4 aircraft companies, like some of the original ones, like back in the day. Like, you know,
Oh, that's a good.
Cessna.
That's a
great
great
idea.
idea.
That's like a
Yeah.
cool callback to Wichita's history.
Yeah, I like
That's
that.
cool.
For sure.
That's a cool idea.
Did you guys have any suggestions? Like, what would you guys like to see on a Wichita edition of Monopoly?
I want to see Wichita by EB on there somehow.
No. I know Carbon wants to be the face. He wants to replace.
That'd be so cool.
I got okay. I'm just calling all you guys out. If you ever have an event and there's an iconic mustache and you don't give me a heads up, a picture with Mr. Monopoly was possible and it didn't happen. I'm bummed. I'm a little bummed. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
that
he
a
will be
threat?
back, Carbon.
Yes,
I'm gonna make sure that
if you have
get
a
your,
lunch
yeah.
with
Does anybody
if you have lunch
know?
with Raleigh Fingers TKG and don't invite me, It's your ass. Yes.
Does anybody know the Monopoly Man's name?
I always thought he was Mr. Monopoly.
He has an actual name.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
What is this?
Bags.
What'd you say?
Money bags.
Close.
Money bags.
Milburn Penny Bags.
Penny bags.
Okay.
Penny bags. Okay. Yeah.
So
You said Melbourne.
Milburn.
Milburn. Okay.
I mean, this game was created, decades and decades ago, so I'm pretty sure Milburn is a pretty popular name.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see, I wish they could customize the pieces,
that would be cool.
the player pieces. You have a keeper, you have a tornado, maybe some ruby red slippers, the troll under the thing, anything that speaks Wichita, I think could be really cool.
Yeah,
so.
dock,
Absolutely.
the B-29 dock, that'd be
Yeah,
cool.
oh my God, a plane, yes, see?
I did
What about
ask
the turkey?
Hasbro. I was thinking
The turkey?
what?
No.
The turkey.
No.
I'd rather
yeah.
see Woo Shock as a piece.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a loose shock would be cool.
Or like a traffic cone. No, but
Yes.
it's unfortunate. I did confirm that they are not customizing the pieces. The customized things will be like the tile spaces, the chance cards, the community chest cards. The four corners cannot be changed either. That's a Hasbro deal. So like free parking can't be, dollar downtown parking as everybody's been joking about.
Lame.
You can't put someone like, some incarcerated Wichitan on the go to jail spot. The ghost spot. For example, they were talking about doing a Louisiana one, and someone suggested that ghost space should be GAUX. And I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah.
And they said that could not be done because those are the four spots that cannot be changed.
You can always get a Sharpie and change it when you buy
You can
it.
manually change it. Or we could do another knockoff version like Wichitopoly and do things that should not be discussed about Wichita on this board.
See, that's the board I want.
Yes.
TKG, you had quite the busy weekend.
I did a few things. I think my favorite thing I did is I went with you, Eddie, and Fert the Foodie and Significantly Spicy to K-Pot, and that was my first time at K-Pot. And I haven't posted about it yet, but I think I saw that you posted about it on Monday. I think my favorite part was we pretty much just handed the tablet to order over to Fert and just said, "Hey, Fert, get to it."
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh,
Yeah,
I love that.
it worked out really well. But that was fun. And then I also, what's the name of the bar that is it One Life Spirits
Spirits Bar?
Spirits?
over at Il Primo?
Yep.
Check that out. That was pretty badass as well. And then I also checked out Bagel House. Is it Bagel House or Bagel Haus over on the west side?
It's now Baker's House.
Yeah.
Baker's House.
They changed the
Sorry.
name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
And I haven't been there in a couple of years. I assume all you guys have been out there. It's one of the few
Very good.
places to just get bagels,
Yeah.
Absolutely. And they've got some of the varieties that you can't, like a poppy seed bagel, a salt bagel. Like the New Yorker in me, every time we get a family get together, I'm in charge of bagels. The East Coaster in me, I'm like, we're not Panera, not Baker's House, top shelf.
Yeah.
Always.
Awesome.
Nice.
I want to put on record that when we went to K-Pot, TKG's like, oh God, what's he gonna say now? He was like the first person that wanted to tap out. Like
Really?
you looked at his face, and he had this. Like every now and then
And
he'd
you
have this
ate too
sigh.
much? Did you just go too fast, or
Yeah.
No,
what
He
happened?
had three
No,
bites of
I'm-
food and got full.
I'm just an ordinary human. I don't know how those people just keep going.
Man, I did that 2 hours. I was like, come on, we
Yeah,
got this.
Yeah.
You just find the space. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
TKG was sitting across from me, and I don't even know. 2 minutes in, maybe I'm exaggerating. He had this. And you can just tell. You can just tell he's full, and it's funny because like about an hour and 30 minutes in, Fert's like, "All right, what else are we getting, you guys?" And everybody's like,
Yeah. And then Fert was really wanting to order more food, and he's like, "Hey, will you eat this?" And I was like, "Yes, I'll just eat it. Just freaking order it, Jeremy." I mean, just to get him to shut up and order the thing, and then I didn't eat it, of course.
So not a man of your word. Good to know. All right, Troy.
Oh, man. Yeah, so what was it? Friday morning, went over to the new Jimmy's Egg with Eddie. We went and had breakfast, and pretty good. Nice little spot over on Ridge and
37th.
37th. Yeah. So
up over there.
Yeah, they're in that new shopping center over there with Justice Sip and some other places. And then that evening went to Soberfest down at Bubbles Champagne Bar, and they had like 5 different bartenders make like a different mocktail with a twist on it, and they had a competition over it. It was pretty fun, pretty cool to be able to taste all those, and they had a couple of vendors. I know 86 Cold Press was there, and a couple other vendors giving out non-alcoholic wine and like shots with non-alcoholic spirits, which was pretty cool. So for all you non-drinkers out there, look for the next one that they do, because it was a good turnout, and it was a lot of fun.
Did anything stick out for you, Troy?
Yeah, the mocktail that Emily over at Grow, she made one, and it was fantastic. And I was able to somehow, she made a big picture of it, and she was giving samples out to everyone. Well, I saw where she put the big picture. It just happened to be right by my glass, and so I got to fill it up a few times. So, but yeah, that one really stuck out to me. It was delicious.
Awesome.
So,
and then there's always Carbon, who has probably the busiest schedule of everybody on the weekends.
Man, it's crazy. Okay, well, I have a question, though, because you mentioned K-Pot. So this past week, it was my brother-in-law's birthday, so we went to Kobe's. And I asked this question. I was like, what is the go-to Wichita birthday dinner? I think Kobe's historically has been number one. I think they still are. Mm-hmm. I think George's to Texas Roadhouse 3. But I think K-Pot's coming up that list real fast. So, like, what is the Wichita birthday meal?
I mean, I still think it's Kobe.
I think so too.
We were talking about that actually when we went to K-Pot, and
that's my family's choice.
We have multiple birthdays a year. We would go there. George's seems like it's like an adult date night birthday, or like maybe even like Chester's. It's funny because our teenager.
I always think George's because they got the sparkler candles. Yeah. They do it up the presentation.
And then obviously with Texas Roadhouse, you have the happy birthday singing. You sit on that little saddle deal, and they sing to you. I mean, we took our teenager there for his 15th birthday. But yeah, I think Kobe's still probably up top when it comes to birthday celebrations.
Yeah, we just took our family to Oak and Pie for our 6-year-old's birthday because he wanted pizza, and we didn't want to go. We wanted to go to like a nice pizza place, and they had that cookie, that baked cookie thing. Yeah. We got 3 of those, and it was like, it was a good birthday party for a family.
Back in the day, for my family, it used to be Outback Steakhouse or Timberline.
Timberline, wow.
Outback, yeah.
Let's bring it back. Okay.
I know. Oh my gosh.
Well, on top of that, some delicious food. I got some criminal rolls. Oh my gosh! If you guys,
your post looks so good. Oh my gosh.
The
savory thing, whatever the ricotta was
ricotta
it?
Spinach bacon.
Ooh. Yeah. I'm thinking I'm gonna make that here at home, or maybe I just need to order it and call it a day. But oh my god,
it's incredible. That's like the one thing my wife gets all the time, and I'm like, stop bringing all the sweets. I'm like, okay, savory. Those can come in the house. But yeah, we did some of that. I recovered from about 40 bridal fair inquiries because I was out of town when that happened, so that kept me really busy. But also had a great time. I had Waste Connections had their annual party over at the Cotillion, which was a great night. I did a little skate night. I had a birthday party over at the Fun venue, and Monday was figure skating. Got the skates on, so
heck yeah.
No toe pick incidents, thankfully. Didn't get the cutting edge toe pick, but
toe pick. You know what that sound is? Oh no! Here's the toe pick. Toe pick.
I don't know if I can bend down and get it. No, I'm gonna run over it.
I got it.
Nobody came from behind, hit you with like a crowbar in the knee.
Oh,
was it a crowbar?
Nancy Kerrigan.
What was that?
Nancy Kerrigan.
Yeah, I know, but what?
Tanya Harding.
I know, but what was she hit with?
It was something. It's something.
No,
like
it was
that.
like a socket wrench, like a socket. Like it was a car.
I don't remember. I thought she got knifed.
No, that's Lorena.
Her imagination.
That's Lorena Bobbitt did the knife.
Tire iron. It was a tire iron. That's what it was.
Lorena Bobbitt.
Not Lorena.
We said
Tanya
knifing,
Harding.
and I'm like,
Sorry.
all right.
Oh man. That's
Okay. Upcoming events. So, January 24th, 25th is the PRCA Rodeo at Park City Arena. And then from now until January 26th, you have the Figure Skating Championships at Intrust Bank Arena. Check that one out. It's a big deal. I don't think people realize just how big it is for it to come to Wichita. On Saturday, January 25th at Newman University, it is Laughing with the Stars. This is a benefit that will include performance by the Laughing Feet performers alongside local stars, silent auction, catering, wine pull, and more. Then, Friday, January 24th, Carbon, you have a special performance over at
Pump House. Yeah. I never get to do the bars and nightclubs anymore, so I'm super stoked to be out of there.
Awesome. And then January 25th, this is a free annual event that takes place every year at the Kansas Star Casino. It is the Asian Variety Show. For those who've never been, I mean, the Lunar Year's upon us. It's coming up, the Year of the Snake. Mm-hmm. So this is a cool event over at the Star where you can see, dancing, singing, all the cool performers, some cultural stuff going on. And then after that, hit the slot machines. Might win, 6 figures or something. All right.
That'd be nice.
Up next, we have Russell Truths. Sponsored by Trussell Media.
KSN.
By Trussell Media. Trussell Media. All right, yeah. Do we have any readers out there? Any novelists, readers? Okay. Well, there's somebody out of the Wichita area who just landed a book deal. Her name's Laurie Dove, and her book is called Mask of the Deer Woman, and it's released this week, and she's having a special book signing on Thursday at 6 p.m. at the Watermark Books. Has anybody been to Watermark Books lately?
Very cool spot, and they have a little cafe too.
Exactly. So you go to the cafe, buy her book, get her to sign your book. Local Wichita author right there this week, so don't miss it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Awesome. Well, I did not know that, so very cool fact. Thank you, Troy Russell. All right.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Things in the community. Over the weekend, it was announced that Dick's Sporting Goods is closing their Town West Mall location on March 1st. This is a pretty big blow to the West Side Mall. I mean, you're looking at 55,000 square feet space that's going to be just poof, gone here in about a month and a half. That's been one of the long staple stores for the mall. After that, you got JCPenney and Dillard's Clearance. So, big blow, I think, for Town West. I don't even know what else there is to be said.
Bummer. Such a bummer.
Yeah, the comments on your post about that.
Oh,
they had me rolling.
Oh, with Town West getting castrated?
Yeah. Oh my, Dick's pulling out and all that stuff. Yeah. It was the funniest thing. Sorry, Annette.
Yeah. It was. Yeah.
If you want to read all the innuendos,
high school, college humor that took place over the weekend, all lighthearted.
Yeah.
Good job, Wichita.
Hysterical.
All right. Then, as Troy mentioned earlier, Jimmy's Egg just opened up. They had their grand opening Monday, January 20th at 3801 North Ridge Road. And then a new restaurant also opened up at Central and Maze. It's called Honeybee and Crispy & Co. It is a dual-branded restaurant, so the Crispy & Co. side, you're looking like chicken tenders, chicken wings, loaded fries. Then there's the Honeybee side, which is spelled Hanebe, that does acai bowls, smoothies, power drinks, whatnot. Very cool. I loved it. I went. It's at 10330 West Central Avenue in the former Planet Sub space.
I'm so glad that it was Planet Sub last.
Sub.
Yep.
All right.
Because it used to be.
It was a pizza place before it for a while.
Yeah. Oh, that was the best pizza we had in town. Hurts my soul. Yep.
All right. Who's ready to hear an opinion piece? Up next, we have Stick and TKG's Craw. What do we got, TKG?
Eddie, the 1900 Galveston hurricane killed nearly 12,000 people, destroyed nearly 37 homes, and 7,000 structures. 10,000 people were left homeless in 1900, with more than 26% of the population being homeless. And what was the reaction in the United States? I'm going to quote from the Texas Almanac. Money came from millionaires in New York, from black churches in Georgia, and from a little girl in Chicago who sent 10 cents. Donations came from religious groups, labor and fraternal organizations, and thousands of individuals. From Montana to St. Louis to Montrose, Pennsylvania, Sunday school classes sent their collections of pennies, nickels, and dimes. Empathy was shown for the people of Galveston by so many throughout the country in 1900. So, what's in my craw? Empathy, or actually the lack of it. What does empathy mean? It means the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. I can think of a lot of times that we Americans have empathy, but man, I can think of a lot of times that we don't. Whether it's in our day-to-day interactions with others, our loved ones, or in natural disasters that may be going on today. Back to you, Eddie.
Very powerful. It's very true. I think, a lot of people, we're all guilty of it at times. That we could definitely, show a lot more empathy. So we appreciate that, TKG.
Thanks, Eddie.
Online shoutouts. Jenny Wynn wants to shout out Dream Bouquet 23. It's a local bouquet shop that gives back to the community when they can. Julie Stern Wyndham wants to shout out The Kitchen. So during the snowstorm, they were having a wedding, like right in the middle of all that, and the kitchen closed that day. They had ordered their cakes from the kitchen. One was to be used as the wedding cake. But despite the storm, the owner, Natasha, reached out to make sure they were able to pick up the cakes. She personally met them and made sure everything was taken care of despite the snowstorm and the kitchen being closed. Thus, Julie's small wedding experience was an amazing one. Also, I want to wish a happy birthday to my better half, Megan, who I'm not going to reveal the age, but her birthday was Monday.
Smart man.
I'm not looking at my ass kicked, after while she watches this. Then lastly, this is something I shared online. This is one of the coolest shout-outs I think I've received. I got this one via email. A father shot me an email. His daughter has cerebral palsy. And because of that, she's unable to walk. And, she has one particular toy that she loves to play with. It is a Little Tykes Activity Garden Safe and Fun Mirror, which has been discontinued, and you cannot find it anywhere. We've had people looking everywhere, and this thing's nearly impossible. So father contacted multiple repair shops. Nobody could help. He kept calling, kept getting denied. But like a good father, he refused to give up. He came across a place called Poke Bros Gaming and Electronic Repair at 2305 North Amadon. The store fixes electronics and also sells gaming machines, DVDs, VHSs, Pokemon cards, and other collectibles. Well, they said they can give it a shot. So the father brought it in, and owner Tommy Wynn was able to fix it within a couple hours. After that, he refused to take payment. He's like, this is on the house. The father's like, no, I insist on paying. He still said no. So the father had a happy, little girl that got her toy back. Later down the road, the toy would break again. He called up Tommy, who offered to fix it again. Not only did he fix it, he replaced the speakers in the toy, and it made it even better than when it arrived the first time. So he fixed it, improved it, once again refused to take payment. The father emailed me. He's like, this is a wonderful, business that's doing good in the community. Later on, Poke Bros did state that if you or your child has special needs, Poke Bros will do the fixes at no charge. On top of that, they also give free Pokemon cards to kids for good grades. So they're really stepping up the community, and awesome job. I know Troy and I stopped in over the weekend. Troy bought some Pokemon cards for his kids. Tommy was not there. I wanted to meet him, but I want to give a major applause to Tommy and the team at Poke Bros.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome. So good.
So yeah, hopefully I can get Tommy on, because I want to give them as much exposure as possible. I think they deserve it. They're literally a smaller shop. They used to be inside Town West, and fortunately they survived that and now have their own little store that's been open for about a year. But very cool folks over there. All right.
Very cool.
I'm not sure anything can beat that, but what's good in Wichita? No. Time for everyone to come prepared with something cool they've seen in the city. Someone deserves a shout out. I will start. I also want to give a shout out to the people over at Le Mans Cafe. I know they announced that they were closing. Their last day was on Sunday. The community really showed up. I mean, you're talking like hour wait, hour long, lines and whatnot. And they did what they could to serve the community. This place has been in business for 30 years. And to make it that long in the restaurant industry is nothing short of amazing. I mean, most places struggle making it 1 to 5 years, and this place is done at 30. So, shout out to Le Mans. Wish you the best in the next chapter. TKG.
Thanks, Eddie. I want to give a shout out to Lindsay McFarlane. I think I'm pronouncing her name correctly, but she's got the company Doodles in Ink. Doodles in Ink, and you can see the social. And then you can also see the drawing right now of what she did for me. I hired her, commissioned her to do a drawing of both dogs and all 3 kitties that are part of the Gastronomist household. And she did an incredible job. And definitely if you're wanting to have somebody spend some time and put some love into a drawing of somebody or something important to you, I definitely recommend you check her out.
Awesome. Troy.
All right. So I've mentioned her on this show before, but it's Amber Beltram. She is the one that makes the cinnamon rolls that I've talked about. She has the Cinnamon Roll Kitchen now on Facebook. And for the month of February, she decided that she was going to take all of her profit and give to a local charity. And so she is giving all of the profit. She's making 250 dozen batches of cinnamon rolls, and all of the profit she is going to give it to the Love Like Remy Foundation. I've worked with that foundation as well before, and so I thought it was fitting to bring this up. But I watched her post as she was trying to get people to fill slots to buy cinnamon rolls, and before February even started, she nailed it. She's got every slot filled, and so all of the profit of 250 batches is all going to go to the Love Like Remy Foundation, which I just thought that was really cool, that she's just giving away everything she makes for her business. She's just going to give it all in 1 month to a charity. So
very selfless.
Pretty awesome. Yeah.
Very cool.
Carbon.
I want to give a huge shout out to the content creation community with the uproar of TikTok and CapCut and what is world. It was a hectic 12, 24 hour. My CapCut still isn't working right now. I don't know what's going on. So yeah. So but the amount of engagement, direct messages I've got from so many people reaching out like, oh, this isn't working. Have you tried this? Have you tried that? And it's really been supportive. Here's some alternatives you could do. Obviously, now, a good reminder not to put all your eggs in one basket when it comes to socials and how you go about creating content and all that. Yeah. But the community has been absolutely overwhelming with, have you tried this VPN? Have you done airplane mode? And everyone's just a lot of people trying to help everyone. Oh, well, how do you use it? Oh, this tool works great. That tool works great. I think we're in the clear. I don't know. We'll see. With a VPN, my CapCut's working. TikTok is back. Who knows what come later this week? Who knows what the world's going to look like? But Yeah. So, but no, huge shout out to all the content creators, and everyone's kind of lending a helping hand to everyone to try and get everyone on the right track when everything was kind of in a uproar, and we didn't know how long or what's going to happen at this point. So it was very great. It was great to see that community come together and everyone reach out and help out.
Okay, Annette, take us home.
You know, we've seen such wild weather here in Kansas in the past couple of weeks with everything getting so cold, but it makes me think about people far out west with the wildfires in LA and California. There are some Kansans who are volunteering to help out with the effort. So a couple that I've gotten to know in the past year, Tim and Janice Stalker, husband and wife, they go and volunteer with the Red Cross. And I just want to say kudos to them and all the people who go and volunteer for these just really devastating efforts. They've gone and helped with relief for all sorts of things with the Red Cross. They just this fall helped with hurricane relief in Florida. And now they're out there. They come back as of tomorrow here back home after spending 2 weeks in California, helping in any capacity that they can. So they get trained, they go and get sent out to these things for a couple weeks at a time. And, you know, they're a retired couple. I tell them, like, it's just such a blessing what you do. And they're like, this is why, you know, we don't need thank you. We just want to do this because we know it's the right thing to do. So just an amazing thing to witness here when you can give your time for something like that. And when people are losing everything, it's just remarkable.
Awesome. Thanks. That's a good round of shout outs, I gotta say. Like, a lot of people doing a lot of good work in the community, and a lot of the stuff just goes unnoticed. So happy to shine lights on them. All right. With that said, to my guests, my co-hosts, appreciate you taking the time out to join me tonight for dinner. And to all those watching at home, appreciate you. You've all been excused from the dinner table.